And now our highlight for tonight. Since its startup in 1988, property developer Glomac Berhad has firmly established itself as a respectable and fast-growing player in the property sector, carving a niche in commercial and high-end residential developments. Since the beginning of the year, though, the company seems to have gone for a more aggressive approach, selling off several of its well-known properties and using that cash to buy an enviable amount of strategically located land bank. In this exclusive one-on-one, Sasha Bashir gets personal with Glomac CEO Datuk FD Iskandar, or more popularly known as Datuk FD, to get his comments on Glomac's growth and development plans.
Thank you very much, Datuk Iskandar, for joining us today on Stockwatch. And now, what are some of the group's key ongoing projects at the moment?
At this moment in time, we have about 13 ongoing projects. The key ones would be the newer ones, such as Glomac Tower, which is a 38-storey office development in front of KLCC. We also have Glomac Damansara, which is along Jalan Damansara. We just successfully launched our Galleria Hartamas, which was very well received. And we have other new projects which we will launch, inshallah, earlier next year.
Now, is Glomac Damansara too ambitious a project given its location? And can that area take a development with a GDV of 800 million ringgit?
Well, again, for people who know the location, Glomac Damansara is located along Jalan Damansara. It is a KL address. It's a KL freehold address. And we are sandwiched between two very busy roads, which is the LDP as well as the Sprint Highway. Taman Tun is only next to us. Bandar Utama, Damansara Utama is in front of us. Section 16 is at the back of us. So it is in a very affluent area. Yeah? And we think that is, if you were to look around that area, that will be one of the last few prime areas in that location. I don't think you can get another piece, an 8-acre piece in that particular location. So we believe with the affluent areas, very good road systems, along Jalan Damansara, I think 800 million, inshallah, should be achieved.
Now, what other projects do you have in the pipeline?
Apart from the 13 ongoing projects that I was telling you earlier, we have at least 2 more projects that we are looking at to launch earlier next year, inshallah. First of all, we have a commercial development in Mutiara Damansara, which is undertaken by our subsidiary called Glomac Albata Mutiara. It consists of 2 tower blocks, office blocks, and 1 retail center. The GDV here is about 250 million. And we also have another one facing the LDP in Kelana Jaya. Similar concept, 2 office towers with a retail center. Again, the GDV here we are looking is in excess of 250 million ringgit.
What is Glomac's focus at this moment in terms of development thrust, and why?
We would like to go into niche, high-value projects, smallish, with a good GDV. You know, I give you a very good example. You mentioned just now Glomac Damansara. That's over a bit more than 7 acres. The GDV there is 800 million ringgit. You can build a 200-300 acre township. The GDV there might not even be 800 million ringgit. Okay, so this is our thrust at this moment. That's we are focusing on that. Fast turnaround, which is very important, and we are proud of that. When we look at something, you know, we look at it from all angles. Let's say when we buy a piece of land, we look at it from all angles. What's the best concept that we can put on that piece of land? What do we think that the market wants and needs? You know, so a lot of work is being done, a lot of research is being done, and once we are certain of buying that piece of land, we try to launch that project within a year from the day of buying. We work very hard to get it launched.
Okay. How do you see the group performing in the next 2 to 3 years in terms of profitability?
Okay, the next 2 to 3 years should be exciting years for us. We believe that we are on an uptrend. looking at our unbilled sales that we had at the end of our first quarter, which is at the end of July, which was in the region of 350 million ringgit. We believe this 350 million ringgit could sustain us for the next at least a couple of years. And coupled with the projects that we are doing at this moment in time, which are commercial, higher margin projects, we believe that we can maintain or even better our results in the next 2-3 years, inshallah. We believe that this can be achieved.
Now, does Glomac have a dividend policy, and what is the past trend, and can investors expect the same going forward?
We don't have a fixed dividend policy. However, I would like to pay 30 to 40% of our net profit to our shareholders. That is to share whatever income that the company has made. I need the other 60 to 70% to buy more land banking to make the company grow. I'll give you an example. For financial year ending 2009, we paid 7 cent dividends, 7 cents. And inshallah, for next year, I think we should at least be able to maintain, if not better. Again, like I said, we are now getting higher margins. Our earnings are better from all these commercial and niche projects. So we hope to pay good dividends in the future.
And that was part 1 of Sasha Bashir's exclusive interview with Glomac's Datuk FD Iskandar. Part 2 is coming up right after this commercial break, with Datuk FD sharing his views on Malaysia's property sector for the year ahead. Stay with us.